3x plus 2. What will it be?
Yes, ma'am.
0 of the polynomial. You have to find 0 of the polynomial. We are just revising what we did in the previous class. So please find the 0 of this polynomial and tell me.
2 by 3.
2 by 3? Are you sure?
Ma'am, minus 2 by 3.
Minus 2 by 3. Okay. All right. So 0 of the polynomial is minus 2 by 3. All right. Now, you know how you have numbers like, let's say 12. Can you tell me what all factors does 12 have?
3 4s are
Yeah, so it has, you can say 3 into 4 is 12.
2
You
6.
can say, yes, you can say 2 into 6 is 12. You can say 1 into 12 is 12 and so on. So these are all called factors. Similarly, polynomials, they also have factors. Okay. Are you aware of uh, factorization of polynomials?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see this example. Just a second. Okay. So let's see the polynomial. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's see the polynomial x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay, this is p of x. So can you tell me, now what we need to see is, or rather let me tell it to you like this. See, we were talking about 12, right? We were talking about the number 12. And the number 12 has, as we saw, how many factors? It has 6 factors: 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, and 4. So if you divide 12 by any of its factors, the remainder will be,
Yes, ma'am.
if you divide 12 by any of its factors, the remainder will be,
Ma'am, if you divide it by 4, it's going to be 3.
I'm not asking the quotient. I'm asking what will the remainder be if you divide this number, the number 12, by any of its factors. What will the quotient be? Sorry, what will the remainder be? If you divide this number by any of its factors, what will the
0.
remainder be? Yes, that's right. The remainder will be 0. So a similar thing we will see in polynomials, that let's say you have a polynomial over here, and if you divide it with any of its factors, then the remainder will be 0, right? So what we see is, there is a theorem called the factor theorem. Okay, let us see what the factor theorem is. Please write it down. Factor theorem says that if p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than equal to 1. You don't have to write that. If P of X is a polynomial, okay, and A is a real number, that means A can be any real number, then x minus A is a factor of P of X if PA is 0, and conversely. What does conversely mean? Abdul Jabbar, what's the meaning of conversely? Conversely means
The other way around.
the other way around. Yes. So that means if if P of X is a polynomial and A is a real number, then x minus A is a factor of Px if PA is equal to 0, and PA is equal to 0 if x minus A is a factor of Px. What does this mean? Let us see. Let's just see some examples, okay? Sorry. Let's see some examples. So let's take Px is this thing, x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay. Okay. So x plus 2. This theorem says, okay, how can you how can you write x square plus 5x plus 6? We have done middle term splitting, right? You know how to factorize this? Yeah, middle term splitting. How do we factorize this? This becomes x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. So then you write it as x square plus 2, sorry, x multiplied by x plus 2 plus 3
That's
multiplied by x plus 2, right? This is
yes,
nothing
ma'am.
new to you, right? You already know how to do middle term splitting.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So then you write it as x plus 2 and x plus 3. Okay. So we see that x plus 2 and x plus 3 are both factors of x square plus 5x plus 6. Just like if you take 12, you can write this as 3 into 4. So 3 and 4, they are both factors of 12. Now similarly, x plus 2 and x plus 3 are both factors of x square plus 5x plus 6. So now this factor theorem, it says that if x minus A is a factor, then P of A will be equal to 0. That means A will be a 0 of the polynomial, right? P of A is 0 means what? We have seen that P of A is 0 means that it is a 0 of the polynomial. Let us just see where it was. Yeah, P of A is 0 means it is the 0 of the polynomial, right? Over here. So let's come back to this. Yes. Now, what is A over here? We can see it's x plus 2. So what is A?
-2.
Minus 2. Okay, we're talking about this. So A is equal to minus 2. So they are saying that minus 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. Then what are they saying? This is a factor of Px if PA is 0, and conversely, PA is 0 if x minus A is a factor. That means P of minus 2 is equal to 0 if x plus 2 is a factor. So looking at this, we can say that yes, P of minus 2 is 0. That means minus 2 is a zero of this polynomial. Now things will start becoming more clear to you as we do more examples. Okay. So if you haven't been able to understand it much, don't worry. We'll understand as we do more examples. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's do an example here. Just a minute. Okay. So now you have to examine whether you have to, this is a question, you have to examine, or the question is x plus 2 a factor of, let me write it here, x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6. Is x plus 2 a factor of this? How will we know? Well, okay, have you written down the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So is x plus 2 a factor of this? We will say that we know that by factor theorem, if we want to find whether this small, this linear polynomial, this rather linear binomial, we want to find out whether this is a factor of the given polynomial. So to do that, we will first see by factor theorem, x minus a is a factor of px if p of a is 0. Yes. So what
Yes,
we do
ma'am.
here is, what is a? Here, looking at
Minus
this,
2.
what is a?
Minus 2.
Minus 2. So let's find p of minus 2. So now we find p of minus 2. And if p of minus 2 turns out to be 0, then that will mean, what will that mean, Abdul Jabbar?
X plus 2 is a factor of p of x.
Very good. So now let's find p of minus 2. That basically means just take this polynomial and wherever you have x, just put minus 2 over there. Done?
No, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it is a factor.
It is a factor. Why? Because p, so we will say since p of minus 2 is equal to 0, therefore x
X
plus
plus
2
2 is a
is a
factor of
factor.
p of x.
Very good. Is a factor of p of x. Okay. Let's do a few other questions. Hmm. Just a minute. Okay. So next question is, 3x square, or p of x is 3x square plus 6x minus 24, and we have to see whether x minus 2 is a factor. Get started.
Yes, ma'am, it is 0.
Very good. It is a factor. So again, we have to write it like this. Okay, always make it a point to write the statement very clearly. Okay, what have we solved? Since p of 2 is 0, therefore x minus 2 is a factor of p of x.
Done,
Done?
ma'am.
Now let's do another question. You have to find whether, okay, this is a polynomial 2x cube minus 9x square plus x plus 12. You have to find whether 2x minus 3 is a factor. First, tell me what will your a be over here?
3.
No. See, when we take that, we say x minus a. The coefficient of x is what? It is 1, right?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
coefficient of x is 1. But here the coefficient of x is 2. So what do we do here?
Ma'am,
See, what happens is we write it like this. X minus a equals 0. That means x equals a. That is what happens. So what you will do here is
multiply
2 2x minus 3 equals 0. So your a becomes 3 by 2.
3.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
3 by 2. A is 3 by 2. Now solve it. Where have you reached? Have you found out P of A?
No, no.
Okay, please let me know when you're done. Hmm. What's your answer?
I'm not getting it.
Not getting it. Okay, tell me. Where are you stuck?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
first, ma'am, from the beginning, I first 2 into 27 by 8.
Just a minute. Uh, yeah. 2 into 27 by 8, then
Minus
minus 9.
9 by 4.
9 multiplied by 9 by 4 plus
3 by 2.
3 by 2 plus
Minus 12.
hmm,
Minus 12.
minus 1
Ma'am, it's minus 12, right?
plus 12.
Oh,
C plus 12.
okay.
So now you try to
Ma'am,
solve it.
I cancelled 2 and 8. The first one
Hmm. Okay.
became 27 by 4.
Okay. Then you took
And then
LCM.
I added 9 into 9,
Okay.
81. Ma'am,
81 by 4. Hmm.
after I kept 3 by 2 as it is,
Hmm.
and then plus 12.
Plus 12. Then
And then I subtracted 27 from 81.
uh okay. Fine. What did you get?
54.
54. Okay. Then 54 by 4. Then
After that, for 3 by 2, I did the same thing.
okay. So you got 54 by 4 plus 3 by
Yep,
2 plus 12.
12.
Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait a minute. Wait. See, here is the mistake. You are supposed to get minus 54. Why? Because it is minus 81 plus, what was that? 27. Yes or no? Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is supposed to be minus 54 by 4. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now solve from here and tell me what you're getting.
And then I did the LCM for 3 by 2 and 54 by 4.
No, don't do the LCM only for these two. Do it for the entire thing, no? Take 4 as the LCM and uh, add all these three numbers. Now tell what will you get?
Well,
Actually, even if you do it only for these two, you will get the same answer. Fine. So let's just continue with what you have done. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Then what do you get? Minus 54 plus
3.
3. You get 3.
No, ma'am.
The denominator here is 2.
Ma'am, 12.
What do we get?
Ma'am, 6.
6. Fine. So plus 6. Then here plus 12. So what is minus 54 plus 6? Minus 48 by 4. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
What is minus 54 plus 6?
Wait, ma'am. 48. Minus 48.
Minus 48. Okay. Then what is minus 48 by 4?
12.
Minus 12.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's minus 12. So what do we get? Minus 12 plus 12. And that is
0.
0. So what are we getting finally? We are getting P of A is equal to 0. P of 3 by 2 is equal to 0. And that means that x minus 3 by 2 is a factor. X minus 3 by 2 is a factor means 2x minus 3 is
Plus
a
3.
factor.
Ma'am, plus 3.
Plus 3. But it's minus 3. Here it is plus 3 by 2, no?
Yes, ma'am.
P of 3 by 2 is 0. So x minus 3 by 2 is a factor, which means 2x minus 3 is a factor, which is what we had to find, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When are your holidays starting?
Ma'am, from Thursday.
Next
Next.
Thursday.
Yes, ma'am.
And when will your school reopen?
20th August.
August.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so like 2 months.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Next, shall we do one more question on this, or shall I give you more questions as homework?
Ma'am, homework.
Homework. Okay. Fine. Let's move on. Now, using this factor theorem, we can even factorize larger numbers. Larger polynomials, larger degree polynomials. For example, we know how to factorize a polynomial using splitting the middle term method, right?
Yes, ma'am.
For example, let's just take that same example again. X square minus 5x plus 6. Try factorizing it using splitting the middle term. What do we do? What is the first step that we do? We multiply the coefficient of x and the last, the constant term, right?
Yes.
We multiply these two. Coefficient of x here is
1.
1. So we multiply 1 with the constant term, which is 1 into 6, which is 6. So we take 6 and we do prime factorization of 6. Or not necessarily prime factorization, any factorization of 6. So we will see what are the two numbers that we can multiply, which
2
when we add, we get 5. So yes, it is minus 3 and minus 2. Why? Because if you just do 2 plus 3, you will not get minus 5. Here we have minus 5. So you
Yes.
need to have minus 2, minus 3. Minus 2, minus 3. And you see that minus 3, minus 2, when you multiply them, you again get 6 itself, right?
Yes, sir.
So minus 2, minus 3. So these are two numbers. X square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6. Please keep doing it in your notebook simultaneously. Then what do we do from now, from here?
X square minus
What do we do from here?
x into x plus 2
Plus 2,
minus 2.
minus 2. Then
3
3,
into
3. Think again. Think again. This number is 3 or minus 3?
minus 3.
Then why did you say 3? Minus 3. Then bracket
X minus 2.
what will we have? X minus 2. So what is the final answer?
X minus 3, x minus 2.
X minus 3, x minus 2. So this is one way of factorizing a polynomial in which we use splitting the middle term method. Now the problem is, see, this method is quite easy. But the problem is if you have bigger polynomials, or let's say a cubic polynomial, then you won't be able to factorize it using middle term because there is no middle term, right? You have x cube, let's say, yes, x cube minus 23x squared, or let's not take such a complicated example. Let's just take something simple. Wait a minute. Yeah, x cube minus 2x squared minus x plus 2. Okay. Over here, how will you factorize it if you just want to use the splitting the middle term method? There is no middle term over here. In this above example, in the quadratic polynomial, we had a middle term. So we split the middle term into these two things. The minus 5x, we split it into minus 2x and minus 3x. But over here, there is no middle term. We have 4 terms. There's an even number of terms. So there's no term which is middle. So what we can use in this case is the factor theorem. What does the factor theorem say? That if P of A, let's say any random number A, if P of A is 0, which means if A is a 0 of this polynomial, then x minus A is going to be a factor. So if we are able to find one factor, then we can easily find the other factors, right? Did you hear what I just said?
Ma'am, I got disconnected. Ma'am, I got disconnected in
Oh,
between.
okay. What was the last thing you heard?
Ma'am, we were saying that how do you do this by splitting it?
Yes. So we were talking about we don't have any middle term over here. So we can over here, we can use the factor theorem. What does the factor theorem say again?
Ma'am,
Yeah, use your own words.
p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater or equal to 1 and a is any real number, then x
You are
minus
just
a.
reading it out from the textbook. I want you to answer it in your own words, whatever you have understood about the factor
Ma'am,
theorem. Yeah.
ma'am, if x minus a is a factor of p of x and
Hmm.
p of a equal to 0.
Hmm. Yeah. So if x minus a is a factor, then p of a is 0. Or conversely, see what do we want here? What do we want in this particular polynomial? We want to factorize it. Now we will think, okay, how about if I can factor it into something like this? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. If like this is my polynomial, if I can make it something like x minus some number, let's say a, okay, multiplied by some quadratic polynomial, x squared something something, okay,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
see, this is x square, x multiplied by x square, that is going to give you x cube. So basically if you can find x minus a, one factor, then you can find the rest of the polynomial, and this is going to be a quadratic polynomial, and then you can use the splitting the middle term method, and you can easily factorize the rest of the polynomial. So in the end you're going to have three brackets, x minus a, x minus b, x minus c. You're going to have three brackets or three factors. Each of these is going to be a factor, right? Why are we going to have three factors? Because this is a cubic polynomial. Since it is a cubic polynomial, it's going to have three factors. Over here, we had a quadratic polynomial. So we had two factors. Are you
Ma'am,
understanding?
ma'am, sometimes two factors are the same, right?
Yes, two factors are the same. But again, there are two factors. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm. So since this is a cubic polynomial, it's going to have three different brackets. Yes, it can be something like x minus 1 whole cube. We can have this also. But basically, the factor 1 is repeating itself three times. So what we are trying to achieve here is we are trying to find any one of these brackets. If we can find just one of these brackets, then we can easily find the other two. So let's say we want to find x minus a. So how can we find that? We just now saw using the factor theorem, yes, that if a is a 0 of this p of x, if a is a 0 of this polynomial, then x minus a is going to be a factor. So now let's see what is this a. How do we find what a is? Is that okay? All good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we do here is, again, we multiply the coefficient of x cube and the constant term. What is, when we multiply it, what do we get?
Two.
2. So we take 2 and we take all the possible factors of 2. What are all the factors of 2?
One and two.
Yes, we say plus 1 is also a factor and minus 1 is also a factor of 2. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just like over here we saw that minus 3 and minus 2 are both factors of 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so the factors of 2 are plus 1, minus 1, plus 2, and minus 2. So what we are going to do next is we are going to do a trial and error method. We are going to check each of these. We are going to see if this is A, if this is A, or in other words, we are going to see if any of these is a zero of this polynomial. Okay, so let's
Yes,
try. Let's start. Let's start with positive 1. So let A equals 1. Then x minus A is equal to x minus 1, right?
yes,
Anyway, now let's just skip this thing. Let A equals 1. Then P of A is what? Please put 1 in this polynomial and tell me what you're getting.
and 0.
You're getting 0. 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 2. So minus 2 plus 2 cancelled, plus 1 minus 1 cancelled. So we're getting 0. So that means P of 1 is 0. That implies x minus 1 is a factor. Is that okay?
Yes.
X minus 1 is a factor. Okay. So now what we do is we take x minus, since x minus 1 is a factor, we can take x minus 1 common everywhere. What does that mean? See,
We can divide it by this.
we can divide it by x minus 1. Do you know how to do the long division of polynomials?
Ma'am, I kind of struggle, but I can do it.
You struggle with that? Okay, no problem. Let's try to do the long division of polynomials. Okay. So x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. This we have to divide by, okay, divide by
X
what?
plus
Hmm? Yes? Are you there? Abdul Jabbar, are you there?
What's wrong?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So let's get started in this. So you are going to tell me what to write, and I'm going to write it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And if at any point you're wrong, I will correct you. Okay, start.
Ma'am, first we divide x with x cube.
Okay,
So it's going to be x square on
very good. Where should we write x square?
quotient.
Quotient. Okay. Then
Ma'am, and then we have to write x cube in the under x cube.
okay, then
And after that
we multiply this with this.
yes, yes, ma'am.
What do we get?
1x cube
Hmm.
minus 1x cube
Minus 1x
square.
square. Where should I write it? Over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Minus 1x square. Okay. Now what do? We change the sign.
I'll change the signs.
We change the sign. So
Plus,
over here we write minus. Over here we write plus.
now we cancel x cube, x cube.
Okay. Then what is minus 2 plus 1?
Ma'am, 1.
1. Minus 2 plus 1 is 1.
Minus. Minus 1.
Minus 1. So minus x square. Then
Now you bring x down.
is it x
Minus
or is
x
it minus
down.
x?
Minus x.
Okay. And let's bring down this also. Okay, next.
Now after this I'm not sure what to do.
Okay. Again, we repeat the same thing that we did. Okay. We are going to do x multiplied by what will give me minus x square. Okay.
This one. Minus x.
So, yes, minus x. So, x multiplied by minus x, sorry, x multiplied by minus x gives me minus x squared. Okay, so I'm going to write that. And now, so we write this over here as well. Next thing, we multiply this with the quotient.
One.
And that is,
Ma'am, x.
yes, positive x. What have we done? We have multiplied this with this. So this is positive x. Now, again, we change the signs.
Ma'am, minus goes to plus. Plus minus.
So we cancel these. Then,
Ma'am,
what is minus x minus x? What is this? This is minus x. And what is this? This is also minus x.
2x.
2x
Ma'am, 1x.
or minus 2x?
Minus 2x.
Why minus 2x?
Ma'am, minus x plus x.
No,
X
it's minus x
uh,
plus x.
minus
Look at the
plus
signs.
minus minus
Look
minus.
at minus x and minus x. Look at this sign over here. ठीक है?
Yes,
Clear?
ma'am.
Okay. So this becomes minus 2x. Then we bring down positive 2. Next, what happens?
Ma'am, we multiply it with x. Ma'am, we see.
Yes,
Uh,
we say x multiplied by what will give me minus 2x.
minus 1.
Think again. X multiplied by what will give me
Minus
minus
1
2x.
x.
Minus 2 बच्चे
minus x
Hmm? X multiplied by what will give me minus 2x. So it has to have 2 somewhere, right? See, I need to multiply x
yes ma'am
with something that gives me minus 2x. So यहाँ पे I need x. This I already have. What else do I need?
2
I need minus
minus 2
2. So that's why I will multiply it with minus 2.
yes ma'am
Simple. So what should I multiply it with? What should I write in the
minus 2
quotient?
minus 2
Minus 2. Okay, now what do? We write minus 2x here. Then next step is,
yes
what should I write next?
now you have to multiply them, right?
Yes, we multiply them. What do we get?
Plus 2
Plus 2. And where do I write it?
right next to it ma'am 2x
So again, we see that when we change the signs, these two will get cancelled. This becomes minus. So what will get cancelled? This will get cancelled, and plus 2 minus 2. This is positive 2 and this is negative 2. So they get cancelled and the remainder is 0. The remainder was obviously going to be 0 because x minus 1 is a factor. And what did we see? That if something is a factor, then the remainder will be 0 when we divide that number by the factor. Yes?
yes ma'am
Okay, so we understood now that your p of x, which is this cubic polynomial, it can be written as x minus 1 multiplied by this quotient polynomial. Okay,
yes ma'am
so basically we can write p of x. Please write this down in your notebook as well. P of x equals x minus 1 multiplied by x squared minus x minus 2. Let me know when you're done.
Ma'am.
Done. Now we can easily factorize this by splitting the middle term. So first let's abhi alag se separately we will write factorizing x squared minus x minus 2. What do we get? This is equal to, when you split the middle term, how will you do it? You will say minus 2 multiplied by the coefficient of 1. Okay, so other students are entering the class. We'll have to leave. Just quickly, we'll just solve this one and leave. Okay.
yes ma'am
So this becomes what? Minus 2. है ना? Minus 2 multiplied by 1. इसको कैसे करेंगे? 1 multiplied by 2. 1 multiplied by minus 2. So this is basically x squared minus, sorry, plus x minus 2x minus 2. See, minus 2 plus 1 gives you minus 1. है ना?
yes ma'am
No doubt still here, Abdul Jabbar?
no ma'am
Okay, now let's quickly solve this. X multiplied by x plus 1 minus 2 multiplied by x plus 1. So x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 2. So this is our chota wala polynomial. So that means p of x is equal to this
x
thing,
minus 1
x minus 1 multiplied by,
x plus 1
good.
x minus 2
Now looking at this, can you tell me what all are the zeros of px?
ma'am 1 minus 1
Very good. And
2
2. Very good. Excellent. All right. So that's it for today's class. I'll give you some homework. and we send it.